What's up, everybody? How's it going? My name is Chris King, here on behalf of MONSTERBASS today. Today we are talking about clear water situation lures, and that one specific lure being a spybait or a spin bait. This can be an absolutely deadly presentation for clear water post-spawn conditions, especially up here in the north. I live in Michigan, so the majority of our bodies of water are clear. They have a lot of vegetation, but they're very, very clear water. So you want to make sure that you have baits that match your local forage as much as possible, and a spy bait can be absolutely deadly this time of year for a variety of reasons. That being, it's post-spawn. So post-spawn can be very tricky, you guys know that, but it's also highly pressured. This is a highly pressured lake. So we've got clear conditions, we got post-spawn, and we got a highly pressured lake, and that for me means something different. I need to throw something different. So today we're going to be throwing the Arashi spin bait. This is a 3-to-2 design, meaning 3 blades on the front and 2 blades on the back, and these actually spin in opposite directions, which gives this bait a little bit of a unique vibration in the water. And that is also very helpful this time of year, is to give them something that they haven't felt or haven't seen yet. This is a 3 1/8 inch bait that weighs 1/3 of an ounce, so it's really lightweight bait. So it gives a really slow sink when you throw it out there. I'm going to show you in a minute when I throw you on the chest cam that it's going to actually sink at a pretty decent slow rate. I'll show you how to rig all that in just a minute. But as it sinks, it also kind of tilts like this, and these blades are spinning immediately as soon as it hits the water. So it's attracting fish the second it hits the water. And like I said, it gives it a slow shimmy on the ball, and that really attracts weary, suspended fish. So right as soon as this hits the water, it's already going to work for you. So in just a second, we're going to throw you on the chest cam. I'm going to show you how I like to rig this up, on what gear I like to rig it up, and exactly where I like to throw it. Let's talk rigging, guys. I like to rig this up on a medium light to medium fast action spinning rod with a 1500 to 2500 series reel and 4 to 6 pound fluorocarbon. Fluorocarbon gives me the ability to have a good hook set on a really long cast, and with the weight transfer system that's in this Storm Arashi spin bait, it allows you to really cast this a long ways. Even though it's only 1/3 of an ounce, it casts really surprisingly well, and even into tight spaces like under docks and things like that, you can work this in really tight spaces and get really accurate casts out of it. And to do that, I like to use 4 to 6 pound fluorocarbon, like I was saying, on a 6'6" to 7 foot medium light to medium fast action spinning rod. And that gives me the ability to have a stealthy presentation. Number one, I can get a good hook set on a long cast, which is really key in really clear water bodies of water, is to have a really long cast. That allows me to do that, and it allows me to keep it completely stealth. So this is just a great way to rig this up. I like to tie a polymer knot. That's just a very strong knot, keeps the bait running true in the water. And this is just a really great way to throw this bait. Being it's only 1/3 of an ounce, I like to keep it on spinning tackle. So let's jump on the chest cam, and I'll show you how I like to retrieve this bait. I've got you all tied up. Like I said before, I got you on a 7 foot medium fast action rod today with 6 pound fluorocarbon. This is Seaguard and Vizex fluorocarbon. Just personal preference. This happens to be my favorite fluorocarbon on the market, but I got it tied up with a Palomar knot. And like I said, we're throwing this out as far as we can because it's clear water. Right now, if you look in front of me here, there's actually a point right here. And what I'm looking to do is target the underwater slope of this point and where it drops off. That's my personal preference on where. That's my favorite spot to fish this type of bait, is to let it fall down off the break or off the drop off, and just to work it really slowly back to the boat. So what I'm going to do is, this is very simply, just going to cast it out there like I said, and we're going to count it down. I like to give this a count. The first cast, I like to just let it fall, see how long it takes to get to the bottom, and it's usually about 4 or 5 seconds depending on how deep you are. This is a great bait for about 10 feet of water. That's just perfect. That's a perfect, there's a fish that just bit it right there. That's a perfect depth for this bait. It is about 10 to 12 feet of water. And it takes it about 5 seconds to get that deep. Not too long, but I'm just gonna slowly turn the reel back to the boat. Just like that, we're gonna repeat it again. We had a little bite there, probably just a bluegill, so I'm gonna cast it out there. count it down, and just start slowly reeling in. And it doesn't take much, like I said, to turn those blades at all. And those blades are turning in opposite directions, and just gives it a great different vibration that they're not used to feeling when you got blades turning in opposite directions. Multi-species will eat this bait, but we are targeting bass today, obviously. But knowing that there's a bunch of bluegill right here is a great key that I'm throwing the right color. There's a fish. There we go. That didn't take too long, guys. What do we got? Just a nice largemouth. That's a beautiful largemouth right there. Just need to get him to stop. There we go. Just a beautiful largemouth. And that's pretty much exactly what you want to see, is them to get at least half the trebles in their mouth. And you know you got the right color. Just a beaut. Gorgeous fish.
All right, let's recap real quick. We got a versatile little bait here, guys. It's just a great little presentation to have in the summertime when the water is super, super clear and you've got heavily pressured water that a lot of anglers are hitting with a lot of different variety of baits. You want to give them something just a little bit different to look at. It's post-spawn, so you want to match forage as much as possible. So you can match colors to the T with this Stormarashi spin bait, guys. You get yourself a spin bait, take your time on the bottom, be patient, and you'll catch a whole lot of fish. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Chris King for Monster Bass. Check out the Monster Bass website, www.monsterbass.com, for deals and savings on different boxes and tips from all of the Monster Bass team. Thanks for watching. Take care, tight lines, and fish on.